Good day, ma'am and sir, and buddies. Today I'm gonna tell the Republic Act 7438 from Section 1 to 6. Section 1, Statement of Policy. It is the policy of Senate value the dignity of every human being and guarantee full respect for human rights. Section 2, Rights of person arrested, detained or under custodial investigation. Duties of public officers. A. Any person arrested, detained or under custodial investigation shall at all times be arrested by counsel. B. Any public officer or employee or anyone acting under his order or his place who arrests, detains, or investigation any person for the commissions of an offense shall inform the latter in a language known to and understood by him of his rights to remain silent and to have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice, who shall at all times be allowed to confer privately with the person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation. If such person cannot afford the service of his own counsel, he must be provided with a competent and independent counsel by the investigating officer. C. The custodial investigation report shall be reduced the writing by the investigating officer, provided that before such report is signed or stamped, marked if the person arrested or detained does not know how to read and write. It shall be read and adequately explained to him by his counsel or by the provided by the investigating officer in the language or dialect known to such arrested or detained person. Otherwise, such investigation report shall be not and void and of no effect whatsoever. D. Any extrajudicial confession made by a person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation shall be in writing and signed by such person in the presence of his counsel or in the latter's absence upon a valid waiver and in the presence of any of the present elder brothers and sisters, his spouse, the municipal mayor, the municipal judge, district school supervisor, or priest or minister of the gospel as chosen by him. Otherwise, such extrajudicial confession shall be inadmissible as evidence in any proceeding. E. Any waiver by a person arrested or detained under the provisions of Article 125 of the Revised Penal Code or under custodial investigation shall be in writing and signed by such person in the presence of his counsel. Otherwise, the waiver shall be not and void and of no effect. F. Any person arrested or detained or under custodial investigation shall be allowed visits by or conference with any member of his immediate family or any medical doctor or priest or religious minister chosen by him or by any member of his immediate family or by his council or by any national non-governmental organization. Duty accredited to by the Commission on Human Rights of by any international non-governmental organization duty accredited by the office of the president. The person immediately family shall include his or her spouse, finance or finances, parent or child, brother or sister, grandparent or grandchild, uncle or auntie, nephew or niece, and guardian or ward. As used in this act, custodial investigation shall include the practice of issuing an invitation to a person who is investigated in connection with an offense he is suspected to have committed without prejudice to the liability of the inviting officer for any violation of law. Section 3. Assisting counsel. Assisting counsel is any lawyer except those directly affected by the case. Those charged with conducting preliminary investigation or those charged with the prosecution of crimes, the assisting counsel other than the government lawyers shall be entitled to the following fees. A. The amount of 150 pesos if the suspect person is chargeable with five felonies, light felonies. B. The amount of 250 pesos if the suspect person is chargeable with less grave or graveless grave felonies. The amount of 350 pesos if the suspect person is chargeable with a capital offenses. The fee for the assisting counsel shall be paid by the city or municipality where the custodial investigation is conducted, provided that if the municipality or city cannot pay such fee, the province comprising such municipalities or city shall pay the fee, provided that the municipal or city treasurer must certify that no funds are available to pay the fees or assisting counsel before the province fees pays said fees. In the absence of my lawyer, the custodial investigation shall be conducted and the suspected person can only be detained by the investigating officer. Accordance with the provisions of Article 125 of the Revised Penal Code, Section 4, Penalty Clause. Any arresting public officer or employee or any investigating officer who fails to inform any person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation of his right to remain silent and to have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice, shall suffer a fine of 6,000 pesos or a penalty of imprisonment of not less than 8 years but not more than 10 years, or both. The penalty or perpetual absolute disqualification shall also be imposed upon the investigating officer who has been previously convicted of a similar offenses. The same penalties shall be imposed upon a public officer or employee or anyone acting upon orders of such investigating officer or in his place who fails to provide a competent and independent counsel to a person arrested, detained, or under custodial investigation for the commission of an offense if he later cannot afford the service of his own counsel. B. Any person who obstructs, prevents, or prohibits any lawyer any member of the immediate family of a person committed, detained, or under custodial investigation, or any medical doctor or priest or religious minister chosen by the or by any member of his immediate family or by his council from visiting and conferring privately with him, or from examining and treating him, or from ministering to his spiritual needs at any hour of the day or in the urgent cases of the night, shall suffer the penalty of imprisonment or not less than 4 years, not more than 6 years, and fine 4,000 pesos. Law Bill, the provisions of the above section not any security officer with custodial responsibility over my detained or prisoner may I undertake such reasonable measures as may be necessary to secure his safety and prevent his escape. Section 5. Repeating Clause. Republic Act Number 857 as amended is hereby repeated. Other laws, presidential decrees, executive orders or rules and regulation or parts thereof inconsistent with the provisions of this act are repealed or modified accordingly. Section 6. Effectively, this act shall take effect 15 days following its publication in the official gazette or any daily newspapers or general circulation in the Philippines. That's all. Thank you, ma'am, sir, and buddies.